Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to make an impact? Are you ready to step into the fullest version of yourself? I said, are you ready? Because here's the truth. Your life is meant for greatness. It is meant for so much more than sitting on the sidelines, watching others chase their dreams while you settle for less. You are capable of achieving the impossible. And it's time to tap into that power, that energy, that fire inside of you. Today I want to talk about something that can change your life forever. Let them miss you. Now some of you might be wondering, what does that even mean, let them miss you? Isn't that about other people? No, this is about you. It's about reclaiming your life, your time, your energy. And here's the thing. They can't miss you if you're always there, always available, always over-delivering to others while you barely give yourself a second thought. But you, yes, you, are meant for so much more than that. You have to choose yourself first. You have to be the one that others are drawn to, the one who sparks excitement, the one who stands out, because you have built your power. You can't live your life for everyone else. You've got to be the person who takes charge of their own destiny. When you leave a mark, when you show up for yourself with everything you've got, people will miss you. They'll miss the energy you bring. They'll miss the person you are when you're at your best, when you're leading the charge toward your goals. But here's the real question. Why do you want them to miss you? Why do you need to create that space, that absence? Because that's how you unleash your potential. When you step back and take time for yourself, when you take time to grow, to elevate, to challenge yourself, that's when your true power rises. Ask yourself right now, when was the last time you truly took a step back and invested in your own growth? When was the last time you pushed yourself past what you thought were your limits? When was the last time you told yourself, I can do this, no matter the obstacles, no matter how hard it seems? The truth is, you were born to move mountains. You were born to break through walls. You have a well of potential that's been waiting to be tapped into. And the way you do that? By taking massive, unapologetic action. The moment you decide that you're going to invest in your own growth, that's the moment your life begins to shift. That's when you start building something bigger than yourself. And guess what happens when you step into that new version of you? The world will take notice. People will miss you. They'll wonder where you've gone. They'll start to feel the void of your absence. But you will not be stopped. You will keep moving forward. You won't let fear or doubt or uncertainty hold you back. Instead, you'll embrace the challenges. You'll use every obstacle as fuel to push even harder. You'll rise above and show the world who you truly are, because you were not meant to blend in. You're not meant to be ordinary. You were born to stand out. So here's the challenge I give you today. Make yourself so exceptional, so powerful, that when you step away for just a moment to grow, people will feel it. They will feel your absence. And in that feeling, they will begin to understand just how much you brought to the table, how much value you truly offered. It's not about being everywhere all the time. It's about knowing your worth. It's about recognizing that your energy, your time, your presence is the most valuable resource you have. Don't waste it. Don't give it away to people who don't appreciate it. Let them miss you. Let them feel that hunger for your greatness, and then come back even stronger, even more focused, and ready to show them what you're made of, because you are a force of nature. You have the power to transform your life, to conquer your dreams, to push beyond the limits that others put on you. But it all starts with you making the decision today, right now, that you will not settle for anything less than your absolute best. So ask yourself, are you willing to take the action? Are you willing to do whatever it takes to rise above? Are you ready to step into your greatness and make them miss you because you won't stop until you've reached the peak of your power? This is your moment, your time. Let them miss you, but only because you are out there creating something extraordinary. Let's go, let's rise, let's make it happen. You got this. Self-worth is the foundation of everything you do. It's the belief in your own value, your ability to make a difference, and your potential to rise above any challenge. If you don't recognize your own worth, you will continue to give away your time, energy, and focus to others who may not appreciate or value it. But here's the secret. You cannot pour from an empty cup. When you truly understand and embrace your self-worth, you stop settling for less. You stop chasing validation from others. You begin to realize that your time, your energy, and your presence are precious. And when you step into that power, that recognition of your own value, the world around you starts to shift. The idea of let them miss you isn't about running away or distancing yourself out of spite. It's about understanding that your absence is a reflection of how valuable you are. When you show up too much, too often, and give too much of yourself without replenishing, people stop appreciating you for who you really are. They stop missing you because they've taken you for granted. But when you choose to step back, to focus on yourself, to invest in your own growth, people will begin to see the value you bring to the table. They will miss your energy, your presence, your contributions. You become someone who is irreplaceable. When you recognize your worth, you don't need to chase approval. You don't need to bend over backwards to prove yourself. Instead, you live authentically with passion and purpose. Your value speaks for itself. And in that space, you not only attract the right people and opportunities, but you also create the space for others to truly miss the incredible person you are when you're not around. Step into your worth. Let them miss you, because when you own your power, you're unstoppable. Personal growth is the most powerful tool you have in your arsenal. It is the key to unlocking your potential and living a life that is full of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. Growth isn't just about learning new skills or gaining knowledge, although those are important. It's about transforming your mindset, challenging your limiting beliefs, and elevating your actions to new levels. Personal growth is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. The person who takes control of their destiny, who pushes beyond obstacles, and who refuses to settle for mediocrity. And the truth is, sometimes to achieve that growth, you have to let them miss you. When you're constantly in the mix, always giving, always showing up, and always being available for everyone else, there's no space for you to grow. You can't move forward if you're always in the same place, giving your energy away without replenishing it. Growth requires you to take a step back, to pause and reflect, to focus on your own journey without being distracted by the noise of the world around you. And that's where Let 'Em Miss You comes in. It's about creating the necessary distance so you can invest in yourself. The path to personal growth is not always easy. It often involves making tough decisions that might require you to step away from situations or relationships that no longer align with your vision. It requires you to face discomfort, challenge your current limits, and push through fear and doubt. But it's in these moments of discomfort that your true growth happens. Growth is uncomfortable. It stretches you. It forces you to expand beyond your comfort zone. But that's where the magic happens. It's where you discover what you're truly capable of, where you find the strength you didn't know you had, and where you learn to break through the barriers that once held you back. Imagine this. You've been giving so much of yourself to others, pouring your energy into things that don't move you forward. You've been constantly showing up, always the one people can rely on, always the first to say yes. But in doing so, you've neglected your own growth. You've put your dreams on hold to help others chase theirs. And while that may feel noble, it's also a trap. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you keep showing up for everyone else without showing up for yourself, you will eventually burn out. You'll lose your energy, your passion, and your focus. That's why personal growth requires you to sometimes step back and let them miss you. When you take that time for yourself, when you invest in your development, you become stronger, sharper, and more powerful. You start to realize your own worth and potential. The space you create for yourself allows you to grow into the best version of who you're meant to be. And as you grow, you begin to see that the more you invest in yourself, the more you have to offer the world. You come back to others with fresh perspective, new ideas, and a higher level of energy. And here's the best part. They'll notice the difference. The people around you will feel the void. They'll realize that something is missing. They'll miss your energy, your presence, and your passion. And here's the thing. When they miss you, they'll also begin to recognize the value you bring to the table. When you focus on your growth, you elevate yourself to a new level of worthiness. And others will take notice. They'll understand that you aren't someone who is just easily accessible or expendable. You become someone who is irreplaceable, someone whose absence creates a hunger for what you bring to the table. Personal growth isn't just about improving yourself for the sake of improvement. It's about becoming the person who can make an impact. It's about taking yourself to new heights so that you can give more, do more, and achieve more. It's about stepping into the highest version of yourself so that when you do return to others, you are a force to be reckoned with. You are stronger, more focused, more driven, and more aligned with your purpose. The world will miss you because you've taken the time to grow. And in that absence, they'll realize just how much you've been contributing. So ask yourself, what would happen if you took the time to invest in yourself? What if you stepped back, focused on your personal growth, and let others miss you? Imagine coming back from that space fully empowered, fully alive, and ready to take on the world. You'll not only be a better version of yourself, you'll be someone who can now lead others to greatness as well. That's the power of personal growth. Unleashing your potential is about stepping into the power that lies dormant within you. Every single person has a well of untapped strength, talent, and ability. It's inside you right now, waiting for you to recognize it, activate it, and use it to propel yourself forward. But that only happens when you give yourself permission to break free from the limitations that hold you back. The moment you stop playing small, stop doubting yourself, and stop holding back, you begin to unlock your true potential. And here's the kicker. Letting them miss you is one of the most powerful ways to unleash that potential. You see, when you're always available, always giving of yourself, always putting the needs and desires of others ahead of your own, you're constantly giving away pieces of your energy. When that happens, you limit your ability to grow, you limit your capacity to reach new heights. But when you choose to step back, to create the space you need to focus on your own growth, something incredible happens. You activate your potential. By reclaiming your time, by deciding that your growth matters, you create the conditions for your power to emerge. It's in those moments when you step away from the noise, from the distractions, and from the constant demands of others that you can truly look within and see the massive potential waiting for you. The truth is, your greatest potential cannot be realized while you're stuck in a routine of trying to please others or constantly being there for people who are not in alignment with your vision. To reach your highest self, you must make space for your dreams, your goals, and your purpose. You must create the room to reflect, to plan, and to take the actions that will move you toward greatness. And that means sometimes you have to let others miss you. When you create that space for yourself, when you withdraw for a time to focus on your own growth, you begin to see things in a different light. You become more in tune with who you are, what you want, and what it's going to take to reach the next level. You start thinking differently, acting differently, and showing up differently. your potential starts to rise because you're no longer playing by the old rules. You're no longer bound by the limitations that you or others have placed on you. You're stepping into the highest version of yourself. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be. Letting them miss you is about knowing that your absence is a tool for transformation. It's about recognizing that by taking a step back, you're not retreating or abandoning anything. No, you're positioning yourself to rise higher. You're setting yourself up to make an even bigger impact. The world needs you at your best. The best version of yourself cannot be fully realized if you're constantly pouring your energy into places and people who are draining you. You need that time to recharge, to recalibrate, and to grow into the person who can achieve what you've always dreamed of. The beauty of unleashing your potential is that once you recognize it, you become unstoppable. It's like a dam breaking loose, and all that power that was once hidden flows freely. You're no longer weighed down by self-doubt or fear. You know who you are, and you're no longer afraid to take bold steps in the direction of your goals. But here's the kicker. Others will feel your absence, and that will make them take notice. People will see the difference when you step into your power. They'll miss the energy, the drive, the passion that you brought into every room. And that's not a bad thing. It's an affirmation of your worth. When you allow yourself the time and space to grow, to dig deep and unleash your potential, you come back stronger, more focused, and more empowered. You come back with a new energy that others can't ignore. You come back as a force to be reckoned with, ready to take on whatever challenges come your way, knowing that you are capable of overcoming them because you've tapped into your true power. So ask yourself, what's holding me back from unleashing my full potential? What would happen if I gave myself the time and space to really grow? Imagine the possibilities when you choose to step back, take charge of your growth, and allow your potential to soar. You'll not only achieve your wildest dreams, you'll inspire others to do the same. Because when you return, you'll be unstoppable, and the world will be better for it. Massive action is the catalyst for transformation. It's the fuel that drives you toward your goals, the relentless push that propels you beyond your limits and into a new level of achievement. If you want to truly change your life, you must take massive action. Action that's bold, intentional, and unwavering. It's massive action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's about stepping up, taking risks, and refusing to stay stagnant. But what does this have to do with the idea of let them miss you? Everything. You see, in order to take massive action, you have to first recognize that you can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. Sometimes you need to step back, create distance, and focus on the bigger picture. Letting them miss you is not about running away. It's about positioning yourself for massive action. When you retreat, when you pull back from the noise and distractions, it's so you can refocus on what truly matters. And that space you create becomes the fertile ground for massive action. Think about it. When you're always available, always giving your time, always trying to meet the expectations of others, you're not giving yourself the time or energy to make your dreams a reality. You're spreading yourself too thin. But when you make the decision to take a step back, to reclaim your energy and your focus, that's when you can go full throttle toward your goals. You have to take action, and it has to be massive. You can't wait for the perfect moment or hope that things will magically align. The time is now. The moment is now. And when you choose to make that massive leap forward, you stop being a passenger in your own life and become the driver. Taking massive action means you stop playing small. You stop hesitating. You stop wondering if you're good enough. You start acting as if you already are who you want to be. You take bold steps, even when it's uncomfortable, even when fear and doubt try to stop you. Massive action isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter, being strategic, and refusing to let anything hold you back from reaching your full potential. It's about waking up every day with a fire in your belly, ready to take on the challenges, to face the obstacles, and to create the life you've always imagined. But here's the kicker. When you take massive action, when you show up every single day with relentless determination, people will notice. People will miss you. Why? Because you will have shifted. You will have changed. And that change will create an energy around you that others can't ignore. When you step into massive action, you become a force of nature. You move through life with purpose, with direction, and with an unshakable belief that nothing can stop you. And when you're no longer as available, no longer as predictable, people will miss that energy. They'll miss the drive, the fire, the passion you brought into every room. They'll feel the absence. And it will make them recognize just how much you were contributing to their lives. But this isn't about seeking attention or validation. It's about showing up for yourself, first and foremost. Taking massive action isn't about waiting for others to recognize your worth. It's about recognizing it for yourself and pushing forward with everything you've got. It's about creating momentum so that once you get started, nothing can slow you down. The more you take action, the more powerful you become. The more you make things happen, the more unstoppable you feel. And in that process, others will begin to see your transformation and miss the energy and the presence you once gave so freely. When you make the decision to step into massive action, you also decide to invest in yourself. You invest in your future, in your dreams, in your ability to create something extraordinary. The time for waiting is over. The time for hesitation is over. Your massive action starts right now. And as you take that first step, you'll begin to notice the incredible shifts happening within and around you. You will attract opportunities, people, and success like never before, all because you took the bold step to move forward, no matter the obstacles. So ask yourself, are you ready to take massive action? Are you ready to make your dreams a reality? Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Take that first step, and then take another and another. The moment you decide to take massive action is the moment everything changes. Let them miss you, because while they're waiting for you to show up, you're out there creating the life you've always dreamed of. Standing out is about embracing your uniqueness, not being afraid to show the world who you truly are. It's about breaking free from the crowd and allowing your individuality to shine. Too often we live in a world where we feel the pressure to fit in, to conform, and to follow the same paths as everyone else. But here's the truth. You were not born to blend in. You were born to stand out, to leave your mark, and to create an impact that only you can make. And sometimes, in order to truly stand out, you have to be willing to let them miss you. Think about it. When you're always around, always available, always doing what everyone expects of you, it becomes easy for people to take you for granted. They get used to seeing you, used to your energy, and they stop noticing the value you bring to the table. But when you step back, when you take time for yourself, when you stop constantly being at everyone's beck and call, you begin to create an aura of mystery and power around you. Their absence makes people realize what they had, and that's when they start to see you for the extraordinary person you truly are. Standing out requires confidence in yourself. It requires you to stop shrinking and stop holding back. When you embrace who you are, fully and unapologetically, you give others permission to do the same. You don't need to blend in with the crowd to succeed. You need to stand tall, proud, and bold in your own skin. People are drawn to authenticity. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, when you stop doing things to fit into the mold, you become magnetic. Your energy becomes undeniable. Your presence becomes commanding, and others begin to notice. But standing out isn't about being loud or flashy. It's about being authentic and true to your purpose. It's about knowing your worth and owning it. It's about trusting that your unique qualities are your superpower. The more you embrace the things that make you different, the more you become irreplaceable. When you refuse to blend in, when you choose to stand firm in your individuality, you send a message to the world that you won't be easily overlooked. The beauty of letting them miss you is that it allows you to give yourself the time and space to cultivate your uniqueness. When you step away from the chaos, when you retreat for a moment to focus on your growth, you begin to sharpen your edge. You start to recognize the power in your differences and use them to set yourself apart. By giving yourself the time to grow, to evolve, and to refine your skills, you become more compelling. You become the kind of person people can't help but admire, the kind of person they'll miss when you're not around. It's not about making noise or competing for attention. It's about being so sure of who you are and what you bring to the table that you don't need validation from others. You start standing out not by trying to impress, but by being authentic. And when you're authentic, people feel your energy. They feel your power. And when you're not constantly giving it away, they start to miss it. Your absence creates a void, a hunger for what only you can offer. People will begin to recognize your value, your energy, your ideas, and your perspective as irreplaceable. Standing out requires courage. It requires you to push through your fears, to be bold enough to express yourself without apology, and to take risks that others might shy away from. It's about being the person who dares to be different in a world that often tries to put people in boxes. And when you stand firm in your truth, the world will start to take notice. Your power will be undeniable, and that's when people will miss you the most. They'll miss the light you brought into their lives, the inspiration you sparked, and the energy you radiated. So, ask yourself, are you ready to stand out? Are you ready to embrace what makes you unique? To show the world the best version of yourself and to stop hiding in the shadows? It's time to stop waiting for permission to be great. Let them miss you, because when you return, you'll be stronger, more powerful, and more undeniable than ever before. Embrace your individuality and let the world see you for who you truly are. You are not here to fit in. You are here to stand out.